Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here 2 Sundays in a row. It's been a bit since I've done that, right? Hopefully, everyone can hear me, see me fine, all that. The uh, connection on my phone was acting weird earlier, so let me know. Let me see what I got in here. And yes, Miss Sharon is in charge, live chat, all messages, put it in caps, whatever she says goes. Let's see. Hey, Black Cat, Satan Hunter, Clan Watkins, how are you? Hey, Grizz. Adriana. Hey, Coffee First. Oh, Coffee, you had a. If y'all don't know, Coffee First does lives on Sundays around 12 noonish. Usually, that's where they always are. I don't always get to be in there, but I'm listening. I was listening today. I had my phone in my pocket, and we were out in the yard doing some stuff. Good things. Her blessing to many. I appreciate you. So many appreciate you. Go check her out if you haven't seen her. Um, she just touches on a subject. It can be one of those taboo subjects that people don't want to talk about. It has to do with anxiety and stuff like that. Some people, a lot of society have talked about, not for a long time. Always trying to hide it, But it's a good group. She talks about a lot of stuff. I appreciate you. Hey, Dusty, how are you? If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Hey, and Miss Sharon. She's, I don't know what I'd do if Miss Sharon wasn't in here. No pressure, but Ridge Runner, how are you? Hey, Random. And if I miss you, I'm sorry. I try to get through here quickly as I can. Yeah, 5 by 5. Thank you. Sandy S. Hey, Joey, we are Resistance. How are you? Thistle Moon, how are you? Yeah, all caps because I'll get over here and just get lost. Annette, she's a wildflower. How are you? I appreciate all of you guys, all my regulars. Hey, Liz, all from Illinois. Are y'all cold up there? We're hot, guys. We've been like in the 80s. It's going to get cold again next week. Well, not cold. I shouldn't say that. How dare I to most of you Northerners and stuff. TT1's in the house. But, our growing season's like 10 months out of the year. And we've been hot. I got stuff popping up and flowering and budding and everything going on. But that's just where we are. Hopefully this time, a lot of you, even circumstances, you don't have land, can't have big gardens, things like that. I hope everyone is putting, dropping some seeds in some dirt, planting something, doing something, whether it's herbs. I say people, like, even if it's like bucket and container things, is plant garlic. Garlic can grow in containers, super easy to do. Onions, because, well, culinary, but the medicinal things of that, and herbs, there's so much you can grow in containers, and you don't have to go, I don't have the space, I don't have, whatever the situation, something is more than nothing. And I hope everyone is just planting something, doing something. I see some people. Hey, Michigan, how are you? Oh, you're very welcome. I'm praying for you guys. If you have any questions, I need to clarify anything, let me know. I'll do my best to help. But I am praying for you guys. And if anyone else, if I've missed, hey, Tracy, how are you? Listening work will drive safe. I understand how that goes. Multitasking constantly. We're always doing that, aren't we? Hey, Sandy. And a kiss. Okay, Liz. See, great. I mean, you can even still see over here behind. We've got seeds and started everywhere. We got stuff in the ground. We got stuff in containers. We're moving stuff out of the seed containers. It's just on and on and on. But our stuff's coming up. Like, our tomatoes are starting to get the little yellow flowers on them. My snow peas and snap peas, all that's come up. I guess they're about a foot tall maybe now. And we did those from seeds. And I do get my seeds. I get my seeds from Jan, Buckeye Seed Garden. She was off for a vacation, so her site was down. She was taking, and it's that time of year that she was just really busy. But I have never had a problem with Jan seeds. I absolutely adore her. She can get you just about anything, and they're great prices. There's good seeds and stuff, heirloom, different things. You're in 30s at night. I think. I think, yeah. So like next week, we're supposed to be in the 30s at night again, but it's still gonna be warm. It's just gonna be like 2 or 3 days. It's gonna be cooler. Let me see what everybody's doing. I'm so happy. I am like so excited when I see people. I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm glad people are getting stuff in the ground. Something is better than nothing. And I am because of what I do. I'm like, grow some herbs. Make sure you have some garlic. If you only have space to grow one kind of onion, I always recommend red onions because there's more medicinal. All onions are good for you, though. Just things like that. Get it in the ground. Things you eat, survival things. Also, yeah, my peppers and tomatoes, man, they grow like crazy. That's a must all over the place. And so many of these things you can dehydrate, you can blanch and freeze. There's many ways to preserve it for longer. Snowing. Oh my gosh. That sounds crazy to me. But again, I guess it's whatever you're used to. Lettuce. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have spinach and stuff. Our spinach has been coming up. Our onions, our potatoes. We have one batch. They were actually kind of volunteer. I call them piggyback stuff that was thrown into the compost, and they just came up really big. They're doing great. We moved those into a big container. All that stuff is doing well. So, hey, Montana Nana. Well, I mean, you're up there. I guess not. I don't know about like seed stuff. Where you go. Anything you grow like a lot. I've talked about the I'm probably way behind in chat. It looks like it. Sorry. There's grow lights that are not expensive at all, that you can do certain things all year if you have to, or get things going ahead of time. Back behind me where we have some seed things, we have a warming mat that's for that seed start, and that has made a huge difference on starting our seeds. Some of them, like tomatoes especially, a lot of them like that. They'll pop up so much quicker and stronger. Sometimes you get things and they get leggy. That has been a help. I recommend one of those. I don't think they were that expensive. That's Huckleberry. I'm sure he got it off of Amazon. Just saying. Anyways. Hey, Even Bridge. I gave my seeds to the best gardener in the family. Yeah, just put them in the ground, right? Just put them in. Your donut seeds aren't coming up? Oh, man. Well, let me know if they do. And if those are no-calorie donuts, let me know about that, too. I appreciate all your business. See, goodness. See, y'all are a bit chilly for my southern blood. Hey, Mary, how are you? I'm sorry if I missed you. Hey, Saffron Bay, did I say hey to you? Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. When you're married to someone who's Irish, every day St. Patrick's Day, I think. That's just the way it goes. But we have corned beef. I put it in the crock pot, and I'll make cabbage and potatoes. But we eat that throughout the year also. Like, again, that Irish husband thing. But we're having that. We're having that tonight, which is a family favorite anyways. Raised beds, Sandy. Yeah, do raised beds. Whatever works. Hey, Love and Life, how are you? Again, if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, we did. There were some things we were like, we got to get this in. We're running out of time. I mean, when it's this time of year, and the farming, homesteading, the kiddo, just everything. Sometimes it's like, well, there's never enough daylight. And so we were like, we're behind on a couple things, but then I'm kind of glad, like some of the things we put right, the watermelons and count different things. I'm glad we did. Strawberries. Oh yeah, I do have strawberries in containers. I have them on like in containers, and they're hanging from like shepherd's hooks in my garden. I keep those up. Last year I had an awful time with ants getting mine, and so I've just done well with them in containers. So I'm doing that again. Let's see. Let me see what you got, Grizz. Let's see. Oh yeah, see 5-gallon buckets. A lot of people do 5-gallon buckets. A lot of things. A lot of them. Potatoes, I've done those. I mean, even onions, garlic. There's so much stuff you can do in containers. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Put into potatoes tomorrow. Random. See, I think I'm way behind. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Let's just started out right. Yep. See, I'm way behind. The grow lights. We have a couple different kinds. They're not expensive. They don't have to be over the top. But the greenhouse. Yeah, that's on our thing, is to put up. We had one here many years ago on this farm, but it's on our to-do list, is to put in a greenhouse again. So we'll have that. That's why all these seeds are all over the house, in the bedrooms, and in the kitchen, and it's just everywhere. Oh, I did kiddie pools last year for my herbs. There's a couple things I did for container gardens, kiddie pools. They're cheap and easy to do. Blueberry bushes, yeah, our blueberry bushes do well. Blueberry bush is like more acidic. I throw my coffee grounds and stuff in there. Oh, all the wilds. Yeah, anything I call that, that free food stuff, that nature's providing way. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm caught up. That's good. I put, yeah. Oh, y'all talking about the worm stuff? We have a worm bin. We do that. We did that last year too. So I'll bring up a couple. If I miss, please put it in all caps, like you're screaming at me, so it'll catch my eye, please. I don't know if this is for me or just probably everybody in chat coffee. Our blueberries do well. You need 2 or more for them to, kind of pollinate each other and stuff like that. And we have bees and stuff, so that helps. But you need more. But ours are in big containers, like barrel type containers. They do well. They like their soil a little bit more acidic. That's why I throw my coffee grounds and stuff like that in there. They like that. Yeah, a lot of places I see, and this is that time of year. Everybody's talking about the kiddie pools are out. I'm seeing them everywhere. You can get those pretty cheap. Dollar General. You're in the South. There's Dollar General every block or so. They're everywhere. Yes, Clan and Watkins. I know you're asking everybody, but we put drain holes, in the bottom of ours. Same as when we do things in 5-gallon buckets. You put drain holes in there so you don't have like soggy roots. Good drainage. Well, hey, that's a good idea. I'm all about utilizing different things like that. That'd be a good idea. Saffron. I mean, I'm partial to Jan, Buckeye Sea Garden. She has an Etsy thing. I always get my stuff from Jan. I know Jan very well, and I've never had a problem with her stuff. I've never had a problem with her seeds. But that's me. Miss Sharon throws it down here all the time. And Miss Sharon, I believe I can speak for you on this. She gets her seeds from Jan. She's a wonderful person also. Yeah, that's it's just a short I did for that video because it was starting to come up. But there is a whole video on the colloidal silver. I put a short up, I don't know, several weeks ago. And I'm pretty sure I attached the video to it. Goodness, I hope so. But there is a full video to that, but a lot of people were asking. Hey, Dee, happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. Oh, you think they're on to us about the kiddie pools? Probably. I did see it's Dollar Tree. I saw they're closing like $1,000 trees, because then it went up to like $1.25. I saw that this morning. They're closing they're closing 1,000 of those because of the inflation stuff. When the Dollar Trees start closing, okay. Anyways, goodness, Laura, if you're getting snow, it's like 82 degrees or something here. That's crazy. I love snow, but I want snow for like the month of December, and I want me a white Christmas and all that Fantasyland stuff, and then I want it to go away. But I do love snow. I'll be miserable in the South come July, August, and September. It'll be ridiculous hot, and I wish I lived up north or something. I guess we all have everything has its own season of blah, right? Miss Sharon, thank you so much. Gosh, I'm way behind again. Y'all are just active over here. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff. But I get, seeds, dried herbs. And now I used to use, I just drew a blank. Mountain Rose herbs. There are certain, and then I quit using them on a personal note, but I don't have any problems with their product at all. I get dried herbs and stuff from them in bulk. I don't have any problems with their product. And then where we lived before we came here, we had a nutrition, organic health food store, and you could buy it in bulk. It was like the big containers you can scoop up by the measurement, and we got a lot of our dried herbs. If it was something I didn't grow or couldn't get a hold of, or I needed more of an amount, I would get them. But I do recommend drying your own herbs, getting herbs, putting them on hand, however you got to do it. That's all right, Sandy. I appreciate you being in here. Leslie, did I say hey to you, Leslie? Sorry if I missed anybody. All you guys. I appreciate all of you, always. Yeah, see, White Christmas. Do you get it? But it doesn't happen for me. Oh, and you are like y'all always get snow up there, right? Yeah. I mean, I could do with it for like a month or something. And it's cold and doing that thing, but then I'm like, okay, I need to go. Like, when there's, kind of in the south, not even this far south, in the winter it's just like cold and rainy. It's just cold and it just rains and I hate that. And that's just what we get. We get mud. We get cold, rain, and mud. Yeah, anything like that you can repurpose, I do it. I agree. Oh yeah, I've heard out there it's brutal. It's like one extreme to the other. Yeah, it's hot. When it's like that in that July, August, September, I'm like, I am up super early out, and then I go back out in the evening to have to do things. I mean, we're already out here. Mr. Gates, little bugs that are everywhere. It is unreal how many mosquitoes we have right now already. It's ridiculous. I'm like, his little critters are all over my yard. But anyways, I'm hoping I'm not missing anything. If I am, I see all you guys. I think I'm just behind. Are you a northerner though? Yeah, I just sometimes I wish. I mean, there's different things I think about living like up north. I'm like, oh, they got root cellars and basements and stuff. You can't do that at sea level. You can't do that in the south. Well, not on the coastal south. You can't do that. 3 days is cold enough, Miss Sharon. You're done. Oh, really? See, I don't know. Oh, y'all are both up, up there. I just want what I want, right? I just want my white Christmas. Thank you, 11 Live. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. It helps me with the YouTube nonsense and everything else. So all this 15. It's all right. The I am of me. I got your email. I appreciate that information. Yeah, something, it's talking about the clips and there's warnings different people are talking about and giving out. Even people who are in certain positions are giving out. I'm going to put things out. I don't know. I think that I don't know. I talked to Josh and I talked about that the other day on our live. Hey Billy boy, I think that I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe they're going to do a test run dress rehearsal, kind of like they did with the face covering, the 6 feet apart. Maybe they'll do that, and maybe it's going to be in the areas we've talked about them only doing regions of things before. Maybe it's just going to be where it passes over. I don't know. My thing is be prepared, and if you don't have to be out and about or far traveling or something that day, then don't do the things ahead. And then if nothing happens, then that's what we do anyways, and we just keep on keeping on, and that's just how it goes. I mean, I don't freak out about stuff like that. But anyways, a couple things I wanted to bring up. Okay, these are both off of Natural News. I saw them before I came in here, but they were talking about the who was it exactly that said it? But it was they were given warnings about AI and the I guess the ones who kind of engineer and do all that they were seeing that AI could far exceed human intelligence within 3 years. The scientists were warning. So, we know what they're doing with that and what's going to take over everything else. They created it, so do away with it. If they're getting worried it's a problem, it's just absolute nonsense. And we talk about taking over AI jobs, everything else. We've been talking about that. And there's something I saw just the other day. I should have wrote it down, but it was saying that even more so like jobs, like ridiculous, even the medical field, there was all these things that they were already shifting out, which also kind of the AI thing and the everything, they're getting rid of the jobs between, this maybe get me a smack. If AI is not going to take it, then people coming up from the south, deep down are going to take the jobs. Because did y'all see the stuff about Tyson? Tyson, like Tyson chicken, Tyson brand foods. Like we don't do Tyson, but like they do a lot of frozen foods and Tyson chicken and stuff like that. I don't know the exact number. It's like, I don't know, TD1, we were talking about this earlier. Was it like 42,000, 24,000, something like that, that they were going to give those jobs to the illegals coming in, and offered to those who work for them. They were giving them those jobs and getting rid of the other ones that they were going to employ them. They would pay for their attorney stuff and paperwork if they wanted to get their I think I heard 42,000. If they wanted to get their citizenship. I'm like, why would they? They don't need it. They do what they want anyways. You can do what they want and not have it and get paid for it. Anyways, so between the two, between AI and that's where anybody's jobs are going. And it's not just going to be blue collar jobs. And then leading into that, you know how we've been going into everything went to self-checkout. Everything went to self-checkout. You had to do it all yourself. You couldn't find a cashier or anything else. There's this thing TT1 and I were talking about earlier. And then I saw something like a little bit before I came in, I saw something, and it was talking about Walmart and Target. The self-checkouts are going to be $100 to use, in the sense that it's not going to be privy that anyone can just go up to self-checkout, which there's no cashiers. Most of the time you don't have a choice but to go through that. And we've been complaining about that for a while, because it's going to be like a subscription. It's a subscription you paid. It's like $100 to be able to use the self-checkouts at Walmart, Target. So they're going to be transitioning into that. That was like on a Business News, something. I can't remember the link. Sorry. Very slacking on that today. What? I mean, so what? So there's no cashier. So you're like almost forced to go to self-checkout, but now there's a fee for you to use self-checkout that you're being forced to use. Fine. That's why they'll just keep losing business. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. So I saw that as well. Yeah, about coffee. Like, we don't do Tyson. Like, a lot of y'all talking about Tyson. And I don't know what else they own. I should have done a deep dive. We, like we don't do like the frozen. I don't do frozen stuff, and we to grow or get local stuff, and we have a local butcher that we know them personally and stuff. But yeah, but they've been doing the stuff with the bugs, and I cannot remember the codes. I think it begins with an E. They've been doing that into their meat. Anyways, the last little bit. So hey, the Virginia Bushcrafter. Anyone I've missed, you have come in, I'm sorry. I know, Vector, how are you? I appreciate all you guys. And if I've missed something, put it in all caps. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just get over here and get squirrel, or I just miss it. Oh, really? A lot of stuff's closing. There was something else that wasn't Dollar Tree that I read. By October 2024, they were closing like a mass amount of, TT1. I should have brought it up. It's on like Business News, something. I saw they were talking about it, but so it's like a subscription. You got to pay to use it. Anyways, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is just a clown world. Yeah, buy Walmart. I'm with you on that. I hate Walmart. Like, I mean, I'm forced to go into Walmart sometimes on certain things. It's like I just got to run in there. But I loathe Walmart, and I don't do Target. I just, unless we absolutely just have to, like, I got to go in there and get something, but it's not one of our big shoppers, I guess. Yeah, Grizz, AI is, that is a whole freak thing. I mean, anyways. See, guys, this is being married to an Irish man. We're my Irish people in here. Don't relate. That's just how it is. We always have. That's how usually those are the type that pair up, that gruffness. But anyways, exactly. Happy St. Patty's Day. And if I Oh, that was my like. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was getting a discount on my taxes that I'm having to check out all my stuff and do your job, and now I got to pay for it too. Do you see how backwards this is? Absolute clown world. I mean, who is okay with any of this? Who's like, yeah, I think this is a great idea. We should do it. Anyways, um, yeah, saffron. We were talking about that. Was the Dollar Tree? I knew it was like $1,000. I just saw Dollar Tree. Did they own Family Dollar too? I just knew it said $1,000 Tree were closing because of inflation. Go figure. Can you believe that? Walmart, exactly. Oh, okay. Let me see, Ridge Runner. Tyson has Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farm, several other small companies. I knew they would own a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, they all connected. So many are. It is. Bread Circuses. It's absolutely dumpster fire. All of it. We knew that would come. Let's see. Look. Am I caught up? Yes, parent companies owns. Oh, okay. We're going to see a lot of that. We're going to see it just go on and on. Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar. Yeah, they own. I think they own everything, don't they? Unless it's a local. But see, we saw during the illness about how so they did on thing is they closed down so many. They just destroyed mom and pop places, which broke my heart because I'm a mom and pop place. I'm a local mom and pop family thing. That's just how I am, no matter what. It's ridiculous. Exactly. That's the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. When I was reading that, well, TT1 is the first one that told me earlier today. We were talking, and then I just happened to see it also. I didn't even look it up, and something came up and it was up there, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I just can't believe it. Yeah. Hillshire Farm, Jimmy Dean, I guess all those. It's just destroy everything. Yeah, about the TikTok stuff. I've never had TikTok. I could care less about TikTok. It's just, I don't know. People are losing their mind over stuff with TikTok. They need to just get it together over losing something like that. Yeah, we do go through self checkout now because I don't want to. I'm not a lollygag shoppy type person. I'd be like, whatever I have to go. If I go to a store, I go get it. I know what I'm gonna get. I have a plan, and I get out. And if I can get through there at this point, how it's been, there's no cashiers. I go through self checkout and I just want out. We do that. I agree. So I agree. I am like big on mom and pop places. That's what I call them. Family owned businesses, local little things. I do that for as much as I can. Oops. It's always about money and control. Black Cat, absolutely. Yeah, they've been doing that facial recognition. Yeah, all of those things, and they're gonna put those little facial recognition things when you're like, oh no, you bought too much dairy this month. I'm not going to open this door. You've had too much meat this month, and so we're not going to open this door because we recognize your face or something. All those things are coming. Chicken prices, yeah, all everything prices, everything. Oh, there was another thing I want to talk about. Any of my down under people in here over in Australia? This came out also. I said Australia's transition to a fully cashless society is now in full swing as all the major bank closes the physical branches. So they had, I guess, the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. That's what they have over there. They closing 45 of its branches, and they're transitioning. The last 15 will be closed by October 2024, going cashless. So now people say, "Oh, well, that's down there," and that's on Natural News also. If you want a lot of these things I talk about, email me. I'll give them to you if you can't find them. But everything that happens it rolls across the pond. It always does. About different. It goes one way or the other. They always have places they start it. Well, you know what they have over there, and we saw what they did over there during lockdown stuff. Anyway, so they do things in those different areas first before it comes up. So we have, I wrote a couple notes to make sure I don't miss anything. We have all this nonsense, all this craziness. We know about April 8th. We know about the season. We know what year this is, election. There's all these different dates they put out, things that were going to go in the past this year. Is, I don't know. I don't get nervous. I like to be aware of things, and okay, let me take that and make note of it and adjust accordingly. If it's like, preps or anything else, I like to be aware. I don't get anxiety about things like that. I just don't. I just don't, because I just kind of feel like what's going to come to pass it is, and I don't know. I guess we just compare, and certain things we can't do anything about. This whole eclipse, or them planning about something with that, or any of those things, we can't. There's nothing no man is going to stop these things. I just plan accordingly and stay in prayer. That's just how I deal with things. Yeah. Let me see. Make sure. Yeah, they said that's on Natural News. And if you want some of the articles, you can't find them, I will. I'll email them. You just send me emails and I'll get you everything. Always, if it happens, it always rolls across the pond. It always is. It always does. Yep, Miss Sharon will be here before we know it. They're going to phase it out. They have to. Remember, they have to crash the current systems of everything so they can usher in what they want, how they want it, build it back. Oh, everybody's going to freak out because XYZ went down. Oh, okay, we can fix it, but we can only bring things back under this. And so many people will be like, the masses, yep, I want my little TikTok back. I want this back. I want that, or whatever. And that's how they'll get people. Yeah. There's nothing we could do. Stuff. Random's throwing down stuff. Amos 8-9. Go check that out. Exactly. I just feel like, and we're like with all that, I was the other night, I guess it was a couple nights ago, I was just thinking, none of us are probably, especially if you're walking this faith walk, we come under stuff harder usually anyways. We know that, we may not be spared from the lion's den, the furnace, our own Goliath, things like that. We may not be spared from that, but I believe we're going to be spared in it. Does that make sense? Look at all of them. They were spared in those things. I believe the same for us. I think about that often. We will. We just have to put our faith and trust where it needs to go. That is not in man, not even in ourselves. We do our part, prepping, educating ourselves, being ready. And then I think the thing is having that relationship and trust with God and saying, I trust you and I'm praying about this and he's going to see me through. And we don't want anything to happen. I don't want to suffer along the way, our family, stuff like that. But I just have a peace about, I guess, things. Yeah. And we're all different, and different things have caused things. Like I spoke before when our daughter passed, that first time ever, and I had worked in trauma. I was an adrenaline junkie. I was. That sparked something different, and I had never had anxiety before until that happened. And it forever changed me. But that may not have given somebody else anxiety, but they may have anxiety about something else. Speaking of anxiety, go check out Coffee First. She has a great channel and stuff like that. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Let me see. What'd you say, Mary? I heard on a channel from Scotland they had a bunch of stores. CC wouldn't work yesterday. Oh, okay. Software update. Yeah, there's somewhere else. Is it like, I saw this morning. It was like TJ Maxx and something else. It was like another store, TJ Maxx and something else that we're talking about. They were going to be, something was going on with them. I'm not sure. They're just going to do these things. On and on. What was it the other day? And I didn't know anything about it. It was when Josh and I were in a live and somebody said something about McDonald's. And then everybody had heard about it, that all the McDonald's, everything went down because I guess their computer system was hacked or something. And they all went down. Yeah. All of it. Oh, well, enjoy your Sunday nap, Crystal. Having some coffee. I understand. Yeah, great channel. Go check Coffee out. You're right, D. So that is how I feel about all of that. And like scripture, I talk about reading, praying Psalms 91 over yourself, your family every day. I do believe that. I have one, Psalms 23. Let me see if I can get it off without it. It's right, I keep stuff up on my desk in different places around the house all the time. This is so old. Like this has probably been up for like 15 years on this paper. Like this is another one, Psalms 23. Again, it's taped right up. It's just taped up here beside me. And Psalms 23 is times of struggle. Keep Psalms 23 over you. It's a good reminder. And it's God's word over you, yourself, your family, getting you through. There's your peace and comfort. And that's never going to happen. Never. But he's so cute. Y'all over here about ice cream and stuff. Don't even start it now. He loves ice cream. But do that. I would encourage the Psalms 91 over yourself every day. Times of struggle or, fear, stuff like that. Psalms 23 of yourself. I do encourage people with where things are in the world and things are going to go read. And Josh and I talked about this the other day. I did it in February and he's been doing it this month. Is go read 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. Go read a lot of that. That'll help as well. I'm seeing people come in here. It just helps. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I have them on paper. I like print up. I'll type them up and print them up, or I just handwrite them, and I put them up. They're just all over the house, different things. Just reminders. It just works. That's a great idea. Hey, Pilgrim. Hey, Rip. How are you? Make sure I'm not missing anything. I appreciate it. Hey, Hope Bus. I just love that lady. She's so sweet. Go check out her channel. She's just peace and harmony. Oh yeah, I put my oops. I'm sorry, I'm messing up in chat. Yeah, I put my corned beef in the crock pot this morning. I'll eat that tonight. So with all the craziness, I talk about this. I've said this all the time. This is my strong opinion because y'all know my faith and everything. Yeah, Adriana. Just start with a book or verses like that. Even just like, not because I said it, but just certain ones speak to you. Read them every day. I encourage you to do that. Absolutely. In this crazy world. And I'm about to go on. So I'm not getting squirrel, but I finished my thing. Now decide what. Oh, you talking about cooking your cabbage? I saute our cabbage. I saute it in a whole bunch of butter because I'm in the South and we eat real butter. Real butter is not bad for you. Margarine is bad for you. Don't let them lie to you. Real butter is not bad for you. I saute it in butter, salt, and pepper. It's delicious. That's how we do ours. And I make potatoes. I don't mash them all the way. I get them soft. I mash them like a tiny bit, but not like cream potatoes. And I put buttermilk, salt, pepper, chives, different things in them. And they love that. And we just eat that with the corned beef. That's how we always eat it. Hey, Tiger. That's okay if you're late. And my replay gang, I appreciate you also. All of you guys. Make sure I'm not missing anything. My cow. Well, you want a dual purpose cow or you want a dairy cow? Or just a meat cow? What do you want? Or you want miniature cows? A lot of people turn and say only go to dairy things and they think like Holstein and Jerseys, you're going to get 5 to 8 gallons of milk for that. You may not need all that. I don't need all that. It just depends. If you have smaller things, I'd go for miniature breeds. Low-line Angus, Zebu's, that's my thing. I want miniature Zebu's really bad. It really depends on what you're looking for. And if you know what you're getting, who you're asking, that you know that the cow is docile, used to be working on, if it's already a grown cow and been through that. If not, get you a bottle calf and hands on raise it so you know it's gentle. If you're going to be using it for a milk, that you're going to be in all the danger zones to have a cow, because cows are no joke. And you're welcome. You know how to get up with me. Reach out to me if you have any, if you want to talk that out or something. Is Huckleberry still talking about ice cream? Gosh. Stuffed cabbage. Yeah, we do stuffed cabbage. We just had stuffed peppers the other night. Stuffed cabbage is good too. Great stuff. So, okay, what I was going to say, I'm getting over here. Yeah, we make our butter, or we only buy grass-fed real butter. It has so many benefits, and actually real butter, especially real raw butter, grass-fed butter, organic, all of that type of stuff. The way that the calcium, the stuff that you get from that is actually very healing for your teeth. People won't think so. Butter does not, butter and meat and eggs, they do not mess up your cholesterol. Probably get a strike for that. They don't do that. That's just not how it works. We need animal fat and all that stuff, but that's not how it works. What does those things is side effects from RX and sugar and vegetable oils. You're right. Sorry. I had to get on my little soapbox about it. I'm done. Sorry. But yes, real butter is great for you. Exactly. You don't have the plastic to make coffee. Yeah. I mean, melt down plastic for your margarine. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Margarine's awful. It's awful. That's awful for you. You talk about causing health problems. That's awful. Fried taters. No, we eat fried taters and onions all the time. Or I saute them, or I roast them in the oven. But we eat potatoes and onions together all the time. Exactly. Just Josh. I was about to say he's not going to show up. He's a no-show, but Josh works all the time. And see, I'm way behind in chat. I tell him all the time, like your work. I tell Huckleberry too. I'm like, his work schedule is getting on my nerves. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, bottle raised calf. As long as you know your hands. I mean, there's still a discipline thing about any animal, even dogs. I'm like, start when they're little to know, or you're going to get yourself hurt. But yeah, cows can be very, very gentle, docile, loving. But you got to start from. Yes, we got to know what you're getting a hold of. GT1, you're so funny. You're funny. So I do want to. I gotta get caught up. Over here. Oh, you talking about the little? I don't know. Maybe I missed something. You talking about the little gold coins, the Irish gold coins, the chocolate ones? So I saw some of those today, actually. Hey, Marvin, how are you? I'm glad to see you in here. We have our own eggs. I don't buy eggs, but yeah, make sure you know what you're getting hold of. Absolutely. I know. I can tend to do that. Sorry, guys, in case y'all haven't noticed in all these years. But just I get on those little things. See, everybody's talking about potatoes and onions. Everybody's gonna be like, I want potatoes and onions tonight. Yeah, there's a big list of long-term. I mean, you think about like honey. There's a lot of different things, and it depends on how you store it. There's a big list. Somebody had a list out. It may be MD Creekmore. On his site. He has a bunch of free lists you can print out. He may have one on his. Check his channel out and his website, and maybe he has it. And if I miss anything, I'm sorry. Let's see. All the bacon grease in there. And the bacon grease cooking everything. Green beans and everything, right? Yeah, local fresh eggs. We have a bunch of chickens. Let's see. Oh, see, yeah. People start smelling a grill and they'll be like, oh, that does sound good. I get it. That's great. Huckleberry is your bee go-to guy. And if you want to email me and speak with him about that, he is your. I'm just saying. I'm not being partial. I'm just telling you. He knows a lot if you ever need help. Yeah, I think it's over there. I think it is. He has a bunch of lists you can do, but there's a lot of long-term storage things in different ways. You can make things long-term, like if you vacuum seal it, or even you dry it and do it. There are people have different controversy about dry canning and like canning jars or canning. There's different things, but shelf life. There are a lot of different things that will last a long time. I just don't have a list right out to give you. Yeah, see, everybody's putting things down there. All those different dry things and the wheat berries, they last a lot longer than getting it other ways. Flour, make sure you grinding your own stuff. Yeah, see, Huckleberry is one with the bees. He understands everything about them and their language about whatever. I have to brag on him a little about that. He's the bee guy. Hey, Native, I'm glad to see you. Good to see you in here. So I did want to, and I'm never going to be caught up in chat. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Mylar. Yeah, all those different things. A lot of different food storage things. Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you, Crystal. I love it. I love my chat. I know I bring on you all the time. Y'all always help each other out and so much love and just help to each other. I really appreciate that. We need that so much. Let's see. And if I miss anything, I'm sorry. I'm glad. Please, I just appreciate all you. Hey, Wild Bull. Welcome. Yes, crazy times. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. Milk, powdered milk, all those type of things. I appreciate it. See? I know. Even if I don't say anything, y'all got each other. And I love that. Let's say not. Look, every year, I was just talking about this. We talk about that. Every year I get stung by wasps. And I'm highly allergic to biting flies, like yellow flies. Bad. Wasps, I'm not, but they just, and every year, I'm like, it would be snowing and they would come find me. And I don't know what it is. The bees, honeybees don't have that kind of disposition unless you're, they're protecting the queen, they're protecting their honey. And you just suit up and do anything, but they're just not. We're around them all the time. And I love them. They're all in our fruit trees because everything's blossomed here. And I appreciate you, Dee. And they're all over everything. And it just makes a huge difference in your garden to, I know. Sorry. But it's true. Y'all just getting, double whammy. Y'all read it and then I come through and I talk about it. So y'all just see, it's for y'all's benefit, really, right? I appreciate you guys. But look up. Oh, you talking about, so what I do is it like I put them up every year. I'll take like the brown little lunch bags. I stuff them and I put those up on our porches and around certain areas. Well, so it doesn't get rained on. And they do help from keeping them build nest on your porches or in your barns and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about, Montana Nana? But if I haven't missed anything. So on to what I was talking about. Everything that's going on in the world, all the craziness that we get worked up about. I've said this from the beginning. I've always said this way before I was on here. No matter what is going on, talk about things across the pond, they roll over. Things are going on up here. Things are going on south of us. Things are going up in Canada, and they're nonsense. Sorry, my Canadian people. I still love you, but it's just craziness. Everything that's going on. I always say it's overwhelming as that can seem. It's just so chaotic. Is always keep your eye on Israel. I've always said that, and that's true. It is biblically sound on why we do that. And with that said, we know everything's going on, and some people are like, okay, yeah, I'm already over it. It's been going on since October, and it seems like it's just that whole, and then people, it dies down. I don't know if it was yesterday, like last night or early this morning for them. I'm not sure, but like 34,000 people in Israel took to the streets in protest, calling for special elections. I don't think they're due for their elections again until 2026. I think it's 2 more years. Correct me if I'm wrong. About to oust um, Netanyahu. Schumer, I'm calling it right now. That's on you for what Schumer did about sparking that fire with that. So they're over there protesting for that. Again, biblically, where that's at and everything that's going on, don't lose focus on, keep an eye and on everything that's going on around us. I always say don't stay in one place too long, because that's how they keep you from something else they don't want you to see. Is watch Israel, because that is going on. I don't know what they're going to do about that. I don't know what's going to come of them doing that and trying to get him out, because they just haven't seen that. You haven't seen that. I'm over here. Let me get caught up again so I can get behind again. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a neat idea. I crochet also. That's a good idea. I've always just done the paper bags, and when they get bad or the season goes into winter, I throw them out and do it again. Yes, and we do that. That's a big thing. If you paint your ceilings, like on your porches and stuff, you paint them blue, they won't make a nest there. But let's see. And if I've missed anything, I'm sorry. Oh, gross. We haven't ever had, I've never opened a rotten egg that I've had in our house from our birds, but we have had them hide them and get out and put a nest somewhere, like underneath our house or underneath this shelving unit we had on our carport one time, and they exploded in the heat, and the smell was horrific. And we didn't know they were over there. But yeah, that's yuck. But I still, speaking of that, I never crack eggs open into what I'm doing. I always take like a little saucer and I crack an egg, and then if it's fine, I put it in what I need, and I crack however many I need, and I never do them all in the same, just because I'm afraid that's going to happen. I'm gonna ruin and waste a bunch of stuff. That's just how I do it, because I'm worried about something like that ever happening. I don't know. What is this? A tarantula hog wasp? I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. I hate wasps, for real. Are you in Canada? I guess you are. I can't believe some of the stuff that's going on. Speaking of that, and I don't know how much I can even say on here, the fines or life in prison that you can get for just saying something that they deem is a crime or hate or whatever, anything. That's crazy. It's coming everywhere though, but just the way it's playing out. Like I said, it kind of goes like across the pond, Australia, Canada. It goes all these places, and then it just kind of rolls into us. And then we always have starting centers. Sorry, it's usually like New York, California. They have those starting points. They do things very often, not always just there, but that's usually what they do. It just is coming, and yes. I hope I saw this. Like, I think it's like nationwide. Let me see if I still have the thing on my phone. And I've been talking about this. And Josh and I talk about this. I've been putting a lot of things in my community tab. Most places they're doing that. They're canceling schools in a lot. Sorry, I'm looking for an image I took earlier. Yeah, I'm on my phone. We know about the National Guard and their extra security, and the schools being canceled, and they're doing all. And then I know Ohio. I think there's 3 states now that they've done like executive orders for everything. But like some places are saying it's due to traffic. Well, we just had this in 2017 and we didn't do any of this. So, give me a break. But I did see that they were warning. This is the screenshot I have. They were warning communication facilities about overload, talking about the cell service, and they were saying that they activated all the stuff, National Guard, extra security, everything like that, because they're expecting like emergency management, like the 911 system, all that. They're expecting all that to be down. Why? Why? Because everybody's going in masses and going to, let me just say, if they're talking about the traffic or the masses of people that are going to go and try to see eclipse, we got way more masses coming in from down south and they haven't done any of this. You see what I'm saying? That none of this adds up or makes sense. My personal opinion is they are hyping this up. They are setting stage because they're going to do a trial run of something. And it may just be in the region of where it goes through. They're going to try something and they're going to blame it on that. That's just my personal opinion. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's I don't know. And anyone that's falling for it and eating it up is, gosh, I'm all behind. I don't know what else to tell people who aren't getting it, honestly. I mean, and I don't mean to be ugly, but oh my gosh. Yeah, I float my eggs too right before I crack them. In a clear. Oftentimes I end up using my measuring cup because I have it out already for something, but I float them just to see, just in case. And then I crack each individual one because are you talking to me about info, Saffron? Or why? Maybe not. If I missed something was toward me, I'm sorry. Just put it back down there in all caps. Hey, Hill Summit, how are you? From down under. We were just talking about over there earlier. Were you in here? About y'all going cashless they were closing all these banks. Is it Commonwealth Australian Bank or something like that? We were talking about that. I saw some information, news articles on it. Yeah, a lot of places are closed. That is insane to me. The biggest warnings or anything that we ever got for eclipse before was don't look at it and wear your protective eye stuff and everything like that. I agree with this. And that's not being freaked out. People are like, oh, I'm not gonna be scared and freaked out. It's not that. But my things like that is just be honest, just in case on the safe side, and then think, why didn't I? What's it gonna hurt? I mean, well, that's just my opinion. Hey Shannon, how are you? Let's see. If I've missed something. Sorry, I'm trying to get through here real quick. Got a dozen eggs for $1.50. That's cheap. I've never seen fresh eggs or anything else that cheap. I appreciate it. See, I just get up with y'all ahead of time and say, oh, is everything still okay? I appreciate it. There, see? Go up north. I think so. I think they're doing a test run. They did the test run with the face thing, the 6 week. They may be just testing it out. Something to implement or try, flip a switch, and then it's like, oh, it's because the eclipse. And there's going to be people going to eat it up and think, oh my gosh, yeah, it did that. Well, they've never done it since the dawn of time that eclipses cause that. Anyways, we'll see. I thought about going live on the 8th. Just to see if things go out and what people are saying around different places during that time. I don't know. It depends on what scheduling looks about at that time. I don't know. What time is it and during the day? Do you see how much I'm into the detail of it? I've thought about doing that just to see if it stays up going and what people in their areas are saying at that time. We'll see. Oh, that it's called that devil comment. Yeah, that's supposed to come, and I think it's 2095 is the next time that would be by. It is going through the same time. So things like that, you're like, well, that's biblically playing out. It's matching up for things. Could be. Either way, I don't know. I'm just not scared about it. I just be smart. Like, was it Michigan or Satan Hunter? Sorry. Gosh, maybe it was Pilgrim. One of you fellas just said you're going to keep your kids home. And I agree. Things like that. If you're able to, I would. Eggs are supposed to stay at the bottom. If they sit like upright, the pointy ends up, I've ate them like that before. If they float it off, there. Don't even open it. Just throw it out. I mean, some people say they eat floating eggs. I just don't, but I also have an abundance of eggs. Use your best judgment. You'll know if you open it. But they're supposed to stay laying on their side. That's the freshest. They'll lay on their side on the bottom of a water that you put them in. And I've had some, they'll sit up. The pointing will be down. They'll sit up. I still eat them like that. I've never had an issue. That's how you test them. Yeah, that agenda's going all over. See, all you are helping each other out. Thank you. I see I'm just behind. You're already on it. You're already on that and passed. Yep, stay home. Don't even mess with it. I mean, that's if you're able to. And I understand everybody's like not doable. They're not like so there are a lot of places that the work is closed. I was reading earlier that was tons of government offices and all different weird type of businesses. Like even somebody said somewhere else they were like, oh yeah, like all our Goodwills and everything, like Goodwill, everything's like they have favorite. They're all going to be closed on the 8th. It's just bizarre. Hey, Florida man, how are you? Hope you're having a great day as well. Grizz, I know you got to stay home. The choppers start coming out when you're out, don't they? Yeah. I mean, and the thing about the cashless, and then you got to pay a subscription fee to use self-checkout, but there's no, again, it's just pushing things out. They want to squeeze you to a point. It's like, you're going to comply our way. And a lot of people will. They'll just do that. We saw them do that with all this other stuff. Exactly, Hope. Guess it'll be quiet, won't it? Could be anything. That was one of the ones on his list. If you saw my stuff, especially when I was over on the Liberty Tree, and I put things out, and I've talked about it on here just not too long ago. There was a list of 11 illnesses that Mr. Bugman himself said, oh, this is probably going to be the warning. And I just did a video a couple months ago or something on that. They could play anything. I don't know. We just do what we can and prepare, educate ourselves so we're not fearful. If you're educated on something, you're less fearful and freak out about it. Have all your stuff in order. All your protective things, whatever falls underneath protective things in all sense, and be ready. And if something happens, then you have all that, so you're not freaking out and scrambling. We just do the best we can. Hey, Nancy. Of course, they don't do. Some people don't. I just don't do notifications on me. Oh yeah, it'll be different times. I'll go when it's not going over us. We're not going it, but. Hey, Michelle, how are you? If I've missed you earlier, I can't remember. Sorry. But that's why I have read your scripture. Read all that. It'll give you a comfort. Ask God to give you a comfort and peace about things. Thank you, TT1 Central Time. I need to look it up, I guess. Read your. I don't know how many eggs you need to get a quart. I'm not sure. It may also depends on the egg size. I'm not sure. Somebody else in the chat know that? I really don't know. Yeah, we got tons and tons of eggs. Hey, Allison. I appreciate you being here. Man, those bad eggs for weapons. We've had when we found those rotten eggs before when you pick them up. And there's times Huckleberry, he would chunk them as far as he could into the woods that were near us to get them out. And there's times when as soon as you go to throw them, they would explode because they would be rotten. And that's always an issue. Yardbirds, I was wondering where you were. Where's your sarcasm at? I mean, I'm wrapping up. I appreciate you being here. MDJ Coda Appalachian, I appreciate you. I know I do that listening a lot. I'm talking back to my phone, but I can't get in chat. I was doing that earlier when the coffee was on. Yep, the chopper seed, Grizz. I knew. And if I missed anything, I'm sorry. This chat is always, I agree. I do. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I love that y'all are always helping each other. Truly. We need that so much in this community. Forget all the craziness and vision they try to create in this world all over. We don't need that. I appreciate you, Yardbirds. I did miss all your sarcasm. I don't know what to do without it. But, okay, guys. Anything else? Read your Bible. Do your things. Get in Scripture. Don't be fearful. If you got any questions, you're welcome to email me if you want certain links I was talking about. Email me. You can get up with me. I might not get up with you right away, but I will. I haven't been behind on emails right now. I'm not saying something about like chat. Yes, taters and onions, guys. Taters and onions. That's good eating. I appreciate all of you. And I'll talk to you later. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank all of you. Love you guys. Stay safe.